Are you tired of spending a lot of money and getting absolutely nothing you wanted? Head on over to MrMuttCoin.com for the cheapest, safest, most reliable coins on the net. And are you also looking for training points to power up that player to make them just a little bit better? Training is also available on the website. Link is down below in the description. What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Madden 19 video. Hopefully you guys are doing fantastic. First and foremost, make sure you guys hit the like button on your way out, man. You might have stopped watching the video already, but definitely hit the like button, man. It is definitely motivating. Helps the channel out a lot more than you will ever know. So, be a real one, man. Take a second out of your day to go on ahead and hit that like button. Greatly appreciate it. We are showcasing videos. I got a lot of videos in the archive that we got to go on ahead and get out. And this is back when the house rules was out and they were giving 2 points conversions were 8 points. So theoretically, you can score a touchdown, go for 2, be successful in that 2-point conversion, and be given 8 points. So it's 14 points for a touchdown and 2-point conversion. So that right there was definitely a lot of fun, And now I go for 2 pretty much every rip because for the most part, I was very successful with the majority of my 2-point conversions. Now, I definitely failed some. By no means of the stretch of imagination was I successful every single rip. But for the most part, I was very successful, and it was like, I should just start going for 2 now because I'm getting it at like an 80% rate, and it changes the game. If you go on ahead and you go for 2 and you get it, it kind of forces your opponent to go for 2 to try and match to tie the game. Or if they don't, if they want to settle for the PAT, I now have the lead. And if I can stop them going for 2, and then now I'm up 2, and if you've ever faced someone that went for 2 and got it, and it forced you to go for 2, and you're like uncomfortable going for 2, it sucks. Because then if you get stopped, you're like, dang it, we should be tied here, but we're not. Like, we both scored the same amount of touchdowns, but he's winning. So it can definitely be frustrating. So I definitely want to add that element to my game, and this right here definitely helped me realize how successful I can be at going for 2. So as you guys can see, our first opponent quit. So we jump right into our next game. And I think chemistries can tell a lot of your opponent. And when I see you have never stumble on your Michael Vick or return man on your OBJ or on your Cam Newton, if you got juke specialist and energizer, I feel like I don't have much to worry about, just because those really are not chemistries you should be equipping your best players with. In my opinion, like if I see never stumble on your Vic, that just shows to me that you really like to run with your Vic and that you like to not slide. Like, you should never be in a situation where never stumble helps you out, because you need to not be, running with Vic. You need to be sliding. Right here, we got Steven Atwater on the cloud flat, and he comes away with the pick 6. This is back when I still had a few players like Steven Atwater, like Calvin Johnson, like Michael Vick, who are no longer a part of the squad. But our opponent goes on ahead and quits. Now, in house rules, a lot of people quit very, very, very early because, like, everyone does it, right? Everyone plays house rules because the rewards are very good. And right here, we get matched up against the Michael Vick with some better chemistries. And as you guys can see from the title, down 20-0 in the first. This is obviously where it happens. And we need to make a big comeback, and thankfully, because of the 2-point conversion, you can now just 2-point conversion being 8 points, you can really change things around in a blink of an eye. Very first play decides to run the ball right there, but that right there gets completely shut down. Very next play, 2nd and 13, hits me with the underneath route, and that right there is a little frustrating. He's calling the plays kind of like levels, but he has a post on the inside left with 2 in routes with the post from the tight end and the angle route. So I pretty much got to start shading underneath, which is going to leave me over the top, as a little more naked. But, I got to stop this dink and the dunk because he's just going underneath every single play. But right here, he catches me. We go for some cross manning, and he ends up catching me deep over the middle. We did not have a deep blue right there, so very good read by him, good play. And then he goes for 2. I thought we had him right there, but he fights forward, gets in the end zone, and now we are down 14-0. And like I said, you guys can see from the title, obviously, in order for me to be down 20-0, I have to go on ahead and get stopped. My very first play, you're going to see I make a completely blind. He bagged me up right here. He bagged up my routes, and he just used my RB route very well. Came back and just played that very well. Like, his user was great on that play, and he ends up bagging me up, and he ends up stopping me. And right here, we do have tackling on aggressive and it showcases right here, like he fights through all that, and then he celebrates, and I cannot tell a lie. Being celebrated on kind of gets under my skin a little bit as we stop him for 2 right there. By no means is it doing wrong, by no. It's just like when someone celebrates on me, it's like, oh, I really really want to win the game at that point. It's like there's 2 people that I really want to win the game against. It's like when you turbo blitz or when you celebrate. Now, when that happens, like, okay, we really got to make a point. Now, I want to win every game, but it's like you really want to win against someone who's celebrated, because they're not going to celebrate when they're losing, right? They're going to celebrate when they're winning, when everything is going good. And it's like, okay, let's turn this around, let's come back, and let's wipe that smile off of your face. And that's the kind of mentality that I have when someone celebrates on it. So right here, we have Calvin Johnson wide open. Swing! We end up spinning. He went for the big hit, and he ends up missing. Calvin Johnson, who is no longer part of the team, gets in the end zone. So we're going to go for 2 right here. This is a very, very, very big 2-point conversion, and we end up easily getting into the end zone, and we end up just being down 6. So, down 20-0, one big play. We're now 14-20. We're now 6 points down. So some good defense. We could definitely get back in this ball game and potentially take the lead. So what's good about going for 2, being 8 points, is that your opponent is going to go for 2, right? It's just no point on to try not going for it because of the reward being 8 points. So I know he's going to go for 2 if he scores. So if he goes for 2 and we stop him, it's 26-14. I could take the lead going for 2 and getting it, and I could be up, taking the lead 28-26, even though he scored 3 touchdowns and I only scored 2. So right here, we get the stop. He punts it on 4th and 10 right here. And we get a very, very good return by Dion, crossing on his side of the field. And now we are, a few plays away from being, in the red zone. Right here, we got wide open. We end up hitting it. Swing! We end up hitting swing! We end up... Wah, wah, wah. I can't even be upset at that. Frustrated? Yes. But I can't be upset at that because I was spinning like a madman, and very frustrating, but it is what it is, man. I definitely should not have been spinning crazily like that. So that's my fault. Upset, no. Frustrated, yes. So here we go back again on defense, and that is why I have hitting on aggressive. I need my computer to big hit like that. The only problem is when they run the ball, you get a lot of broken tackles, but when they pass, you can force a ton of incomplete passes. And right there, ET3 putting his life on the line, diving for us, getting the ball back. And that right there was a very, very, very big play. It looks like we had wide open over the middle, but we go underneath right there to sweetness. 4 for 6 with a touchdown and an interception. Pistol bunch has been more suitable for us this game. Some people bag up my other offense, and I got to go to pistol bunch. And, I love pistol bunch. And I love running the ball out of, I-form? Flex. So right here, underneath again to Walter Payton, who's fighting for us. So we are close to field goal range, but we don't want a field goal. We toss the ball right here, and does Levia pick it up? And he just does fight for us and gets us the first down. And right here, we're looking, and I tried right here. I tried to make something happen. I don't even know why I went for the possession catch, but thankfully his defender just swatted it down. Not the best read, but we did get lucky with his defender just swatting it down. So right here, we do a reroute up, and we end up catching Calvin right there with the big play. And now we are in the red zone with an opportunity to potentially take the lead if we score and go for 2 and are successful with it. So right here at the 4-yard line, we run right up the gut. I thought for sure I could have gotten at least a few more yards, but we get stopped at the 2. We toss to the left, right here, and we could shed it immediately, and we end up getting stopped. And now it's like, okay, we're gonna go for it. I do not want to go for 3. I need this touchdown. I gotta go for 2. Like, I want to take the lead. Maybe I take the field goal if he didn't celebrate it, but because he did, I definitely want to really, really, really win this game. So I do the motion to the left just to psych him out. His user falls for it, and Le'Veon with the stiff arm gives me the best animation for me to fall forward and get in the end zone. Then we go for 2, and swing! Don't you over pursue there, young blood. And we end up taking the lead on a 28-0 run. Just like that, everything was sweet. It was all fun and games, and until we end up making a comeback and taking a 28-0 run. And right here, he throws directly at me. Not the best read. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. I thought for sure that was a pick. But again, can't be upset, because I made a blind read too, and I got lucky where it wasn't picked off. So we're even. Right here, we get a huge sack with DeMarcus Ware. And then our opponent's going to go on ahead, bow down, and call it quits. So, of course, we got to send him a message, right? Because it was all sunshine and rainbows when you're winning. You're up 20-0. You're breaking hella tackles going into the end zone. You bagged me my very first play. It's fun. You got the celebrations on, and then it just didn't. It started off great for you, buddy. It ain't end too well though. It ain't end too well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. It's your boy GS Matt. We're gonna go on in and signing out, man. I got a bunch of house rule games on my hard drive, so be prepared for that. They're really good games though. I only recorded the better ones. And you know, there's so many games on my hard drive. We're just gonna make them fly out. Until next time, man. Appreciate the support. Make sure you guys hit the like button on your way out, man. Please hit the like button. Share the video, Twitter, Facebook, man. Go on ahead and get the video out there. Greatly appreciate the support. Until next time, peace.